Hello everybody, my name is Silvia Walukiewicz. For several years I have been working as a life and personality coach, as a psychologist, and as a sensitive and mediumistic consultant. I also give workshops and seminars on various topics of spiritual development. One of the issues that I often see in my clients is that they often attract the same difficult situations and challenging people, as well as repeating certain behavioral patterns and emotionally exhausting states, without consciously wanting them or doing something about it. Nevertheless, for example, they always attract the same kind of partner in their relationships or experience situations in which they are rejected time and again. Why is that, one wonders? What is the reason that I attract the same life circumstances over and over again? Although, in my view, I have the impression that I make every effort to change them. One of the first steps to change is to realize that you no longer want the current state and that you really want to change that. This step is vitally important because you then take a step out of the old, unwanted reality and start looking for another one instead. However, the mistake that most people make is that many people only change their lives externally, such as changing jobs or breaking up with their partner and finding a new one. In addition, many people have the impression that a change in behavior is enough to attract something else into their lives. A central issue that we should consider is that the so-called old reality is indoctrinated on several levels within ourselves. On the mental, emotional, behavioral, and consequently also on the energetic level. Thus, it is essential to make the change on multiple levels and not just to change something on the behavioral or mental level. The multi-level change is so important because several parts of us believe the old reality, as they have never learned anything else. Alternatively, we might have started believing it because of a painful experience in order to protect ourselves from such an event in the future. An example of this is when, as a child, we have heard over and over again that we are not lovable or we could never make it on our own. Then it may be that we begin to believe this old and store that belief on several levels. It always attracts situations that reflect this and therefore reinforcing the old belief even more. The fundamental law, which says that the outer world is a mirror of our inner world, is called the law of resonance or law of attraction. According to this law, everything we attract in the outside world is a projection of our inner world. If we believe inside ourselves that we are not worthy of having a happy relationship or of having enough money to fulfill our desires, then we will never really be happy in our relationship and our money issues will always be difficult. Such beliefs determine our lives to a huge extent. Therefore, in my opinion and from my professional experience, it is essential to begin to question our own reality. In the moment we question it, we weaken the belief and allow ourselves to take on a new perspective. The next step is to look at the levels in which the belief is stored in order to transform it more and more. Thanks to this transformation, we can gradually come closer to the life we wish for ourselves, instead of just continuing old patterns and old realities, and thereby limiting ourselves. In the following, I will explain how you can question your reality more easily and what can help you to recognize where this reality has been indoctrinated. In the next few videos, I'll go into more detail about the transformation of the old and creating the new reality. I wish you an insightful time while questioning your reality.
Hello everyone! This short video is about a very crucial question. Is your reality as it is because it is the ultimate truth, or because you believe that it is the ultimate truth? Have you ever asked yourself why your life is the way it is? Why do you always attract the same life situations? Why do you always attract the same relationship partners? Why do you feel the way you feel? And why do you react to certain situations the way you react? And why do other people react in another way and perceive the same situation in a completely different way from a completely different perspective? Did you ever ask yourself why your life is the way it is? Is it really the way it is because it's the ultimate truth? Or is it because it was created and you learned it somewhere from someone in the past or even in the present? So this video is about starting to question if your life, if your reality is the truth, or if it was created because of some past events or past life situations. So I would like to give you some ideas how you could question your reality and find out if this, what you are living, is really your reality, or you could change it and create your new reality. Especially in things which are not in the flow. So if you observe your life and you think about your relationship and you consider, for example, your communication works very well, but emotionally there are always some problems. So the communication is, there is a certain energetic flow, but there's no emotional flow. It means that there is an energetic blockage. So where does the blockage come from? Is it because it's your reality and it has to be that way? Or is it because your parents had the same emotional blockage? Think about that. And now I would like to give you some ideas how your reality might have been created. For example, one thing are crucial events in the past. For example, divorce of your parents. Imagine you as a little child or person as a little child and the parents had divorced. So if they divorce, you experience a loss of one of both parents, or you cannot see both parents regularly. So you experience a breakup in the relationship. So when you are in your own relationships, when you are, let's say, 16 or 20 or 25, then you can experience the same breakup. Or you have always the fear of being abandoned, because maybe your father abandoned your mother. So is the fear of being abandoned your fear? And do you have this fear until the end of your life? Or can you just go into the past event of your childhood and transform this fear? Question that. Ask yourself that question. Do you need this fear, or do you want to live free from this fear? Another thing is society norms. Usually in Western culture, emotions are not very welcome, especially not in social situations. Everyone has to behave in conformity and has to be kind to other people and not to show too many emotions. So, are you really like that? Or did you become like that because of your society you live in? So, did you start to control your emotions because you wanted that? Or did you start to control your emotions because it was the conformity norm? Ask yourself this question. Do you still need to control your emotions, or you want to be free? Another thing is, as I mentioned before, adopted from your parents or the family members. If you observe, for example, your mother or your father or your grandparents, how they are in a relationship and how they are at work, how are their relationships with other people, you can very often find out that you have similar behavioral patterns. So now, is it because you are that way, and is it because it's the reality, or is it just because you had adapted it from your parents? And if you observe your friends, are they the same or are they different? Why are they different? Ask yourself these questions. And then, of course, the social environment. If you have spent time with friends, let's say when you were 16 or 17, and they were always going out and going to parties and drinking a lot of alcohol, did you become like that because of your friends, or is it the true you? And do you have to continue this pattern, or have you the possibility to change it? It's always up to you. Do you want to live your life, and do you want to choose which reality you have or you want to live in, or do you want to just continue to live the reality from your past? And then another thing, in which not everyone believes, but I believe in that, and from my personal and professional experience, I really know that this is a really crucial point in creating your own reality and the society and relationships you live in, past lives. So in spirituality, you say that you are born several times because you have several things to fulfill and several lessons to learn. So, for example, in the past life, if you had experienced abandonment, or somebody died, or you really had a difficult relationship with somebody and you couldn't open up, you will have the same in this life in order to receive the chance to change it and to realize that you are really different, that you don't have to continue these old behavioral patterns. It's really always up to you. And in this video, it's really just about starting to question it. And in the following videos, I will show you some exercises and some points of views and some perspectives how you can transform the old reality into the new reality. So I would consider you to, let's say for the next 2-3 weeks, start to ask and to question your reality. Why is your reality that way? For example, if you encounter time and again the same problems with your boss, ask yourself, why is that? Is it because you had that in the past? And for example, in your childhood, your father, for example, didn't believe in you, and now you experience the same thing with your boss. That he doesn't believe in you because you don't believe in yourself. So what do you need to change? Do you need to change the boss? Or do you need to change the belief in yourself? So try to really open your eyes and open your mind and your heart for the new reality you want to create. But the first thing you need to do is really to ask and to question your reality, if it's the ultimate truth or it's only the truth because you believe it is the truth. So enjoy opening up your mind and opening up your heart and your soul and finding out more about your true self. And in the following videos I will give you more tips and ideas how you can transform your life more into the life you wish. So I thank you a lot for watching this video and see you soon.